Hi, and welcome to the 10-10-Diverse show, episode 69. Today we've got between 10 and 14 artists going to come on and feature one of their songs quickly. So coming up first is a debutant on the show, but she's joined the music family and I'm so happy about that. She's from Indiana. She's called Brittany and Nichole. Could you introduce yourself? Who is Brittany and Nichole, and what's the story behind your song, Wild Horse?
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much for having me on the show. It's so exciting to be part of the family. So my name is Brittany Nichole. So when I first started music, when I was 18 years old, I started out in the country genre. My dad was my producer at the time, and, he performed at the Grand Ole Opry, he performed with Paul Anka, Bobby Goldsboro, all the greats. So I wanted to be like my dad. But our music progressed into the rock genre. And I picked up a stage name called Michaela. And, down the line, he ended up with vascular dementia. So he was not able to, create music with me any longer. And so fast forward to 2020, everybody just kind of took a halt with music. And that was kind of my breaking point. I took a pause to see, what I really wanted to do, because we weren't able to, really perform at the time. And I wanted to get back to my roots. So with my dad no longer being able to do music with me, I decided, if I'm going to do this, I'm going to go full throttle with this. I'm going to, blow this out of the water. So I got connected with a producer out at Sunset Sound Recorders in Hollywood, California, and flew out to Hollywood and recorded a new EP called I Am Brittany Nichole. Just kind of a reintroduction to my roots, who I am Brittany Nichole. So ditch the stage name, ditch the rock music, although I still love rock music. And on the EP, we actually have a tribute to my favorite song, Led Zeppelin, Whole Lot of Love. So just, touching base on those roots, but getting back to the country genre. So.
Honestly, you're absolutely fantastic. And this song, Wild Horse, it's just amazing for the production, just to the, the lyrics, everything. Sit back and enjoy this wonderful track, ladies and gentlemen. It's called Wild Horse and it's by Brittany Nichole. Sit back and enjoy. One love.
Hi, I'm Brittany Nichole here at Sunset Sound Recorders in Hollywood, California. And this is my new song, Wild Horse.
Could be the one.
Like a river running, I knew my time had come. Had to get away from a life undone. Oh, now I'm on my own, out on the open road. But I don't need no help, I'll make it all alone. Gotta let go of all I've known. Flying free and easy, you can't keep me down. 'Cause I'm a wild horse running, can't hold me down, honey. Watch me as I take on this town. Yeah, I'm a wild one, baby. No, you will never break me. You think I'm trying to save me, but I'll make it just fine on my own. Like the wind that blows, I've learned I have to go. When the fear creeps in and strangles all the love, that's why I'm on my own, out on this open road. On my own, on my own. Ooh, gotta let go of all I've known. Flying free and easy, you can't keep me down.
Round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. What a wonderful track. Great way to start the show here. You know, it would be good if we done the old school way and everybody could just leave reviews to each other, but it takes a long time and I need to prepare people for them shows. So the next guest, Joe, you're the next guest. So would you like to say something to Brittany about her track while I load up your song, Mr. Joe?
That was excellent, Brittany. I'm very impressed.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it. You might recognize somebody playing the bass guitar. That was Justin Andres from The Animals. And then we had Carmen Vandenberg from the Bones UK and Jeff Beck. So it was top notch, just quality. Wow. Sunset Sound Recorders. I mean, that's where anybody who's anybody has recorded. You know, Led Zeppelin recorded there actually 50 years ago. So when I released the Whole Lot of Love, that was 50 years ago that they actually recorded in that same studio. So I went full throttle with this, and I am just so excited to introduce this to the world. Thank you.
It's absolutely awesome. Well said, Joe. And Brittany, the same for all the guests. How does anyone find you? Do you have a website or any social medias you want to, you know, say here for anyone to add you?
Absolutely. So I am BrittanyNichole.com is my website. Of course, I'm on Spotify, iTunes, you know, Deezer, any of the social media sites, Facebook, Instagram at I am Brittany Nichole.
Hey, honestly, thanks for being a marvellous guest. It's your first of many appearances. Brittany Nichole, till the next time. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
No worries, dear. Cheers, cheers. So from Indiana over to Boston, we've got, his name's Joe, but his stage name is Count Viglione. Joe, could you introduce yourself? Who are you as an artist? And tell us the story behind your song, Love and Flame.
Okay, so, well, we started out back in 1971 or so. Which is a long time ago. So over 50 years, we've been playing Boston rock and roll. And Boston's a unique town because you had Aerosmith, the Modern Lovers, the Cars. There were about 10 of us that kind of built the new wave in Boston, as they called it. And in 1976, I put out my EP. And a French label got a hold of it. Flamingo Carrere. I was on a label with Saxon and Phyllis Nelson, and she was disco and they were heavy metal. They're still around, Saxon. And my album came out in 1978, and I became the A&R man. And I signed Johnny Thunders from the New York Dolls. Remember him? And then that was produced by Jimmy Miller, the Rolling Stones producer. Next thing I know, in 3 weeks, I'm managing Jimmy Miller. And he produced our third album. So we had a really good run, and now we play maybe once a year, but I play solo every Friday. Right here where I live, we have a recreation center, and they kind of brought me on board and said, would you play piano every week? So for a year now, since September 30th, I've been playing piano solo, which is fun because I get to go in at midnight, 1 in the morning, and write songs at the piano. I have access to the room. So that's a little bit about me. We have a lot of fun, and we put out a lot of music. And every day I'm putting a new post up on Spotify and all of the sales sites that Brittany Nichole just talked about, you know, DistroKid. So I'm having fun. I'm just putting the whole catalog. There's like 68 songs up right now, but every day there's a new song. So we'll have 400 by the end of the year of doing this.
I know you're a legend, and I know you're a very private man. I'm happy to get you here, Joe. Just let everyone sit back and marvel at your talents now here. Mr. Count Viglione is his name on YouTube, but it's Joe Viglione, and the song is Love and Flame. Let's get this song in our ears, ladies and gentlemen. Sit back and enjoy. Love. That's in the front of the button. Absolutely brilliant, Joe. You know, the only thing it's missing is a video, isn't it, man? I mean, it's fantastic, dude. Musicianship's just world class. Sarah, you're the next guest here, dear. So would you like to say something to Joe while I load up your song? So the next two guests is Sarah and Robert, just to remind you. Sorry, Sarah, on you go, dear.
No, that was great, Joe. And it's really funny because I saw a couple of comments relating to Lou Reed, and I felt exactly the same. And we were listening to Lou Reed at the weekend, actually. So it's funny that I should be listening to you now, but I love the energy, love the rock feel. Absolutely.
Thank you. We pulled that off of the vinyl. You know, you hear the pops and crackles. That was intentional.
Yeah,
like that, but I don't do that much. Usually it's very pure and digital. But what the heck? It brings you back.
Absolutely. Well, I loved it anyway.
Oh,
Loved
thank
it.
you.
Well said, Sarah. Well said. So, Joe, what's the best way for anyone to find you, Joe? You got a website, or what's the best way for anyone to contact you?
Well, I'm on joeviglione.com, JoeViglione.com. But if you just put my name in, you know, there's so much stuff we have, because I wrote for allmusic.com for 9 years, and there's 5,000 reviews and biographies up there, you know, of Bobby Hebb and Steve Hunter from Lou Reed's band, and all these great, wonderful people I've met over the years. It's just so much fun, like what you're doing. And I really appreciate being on the show. What you're doing is what we like to do, collect content.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm doing, dude? I'm providing a service where all your songs that you've got that are old and you forgot about them, I'm giving you a platform to come here and get all your songs featured and have other people sharing your songs after you've explained why you wrote the songs in the manner that we do in this. So it's something different. I've kind of invented a show, but Joe, I'd love you to come back, or even let's talk private, because you're experienced and I'm not experienced in this. I'm just an amateur. I don't have any help, but I invite you to a private conversation tomorrow, Joe. Thanks for being a marvelous guest, and until the next time, please hang around as long as you can. Everybody here's a great artist tonight. Joe Viglione. Until the next time, brother. Thank you.
Thank you.
So from Boston over to the UK, England, could you introduce yourself? Sarah Louise Briggs, who are you as an artist? And I know you've got lots of good, wonderful, in fact, originals, but why did you cover the song Summertime? Could you tell us that as well? Thank you.
Yeah, from a young child, I've always loved the song. It's not the usual. I was classically trained, so I'm a mezzo-soprano, and that's where most of my work is. But I also do a lot of crossover jazz and swing, and I work as part of a duo as well. But Summertime is just a beautiful, beautiful song. From the original higher pitch in Porgy and Bess to the very silky deep tones, it's just a beautiful piece of music. I was going to play, you know, Voi che sapete from The Marriage of Figaro, which has a nice video to it. But I think, as you said, it's the end of summer, so it's probably more fitting to play Summertime. And I think in keeping with the rest of your guests, it's probably a bit more on par.
Honestly, all your stuff is amazing. It brings a tear to your eye when you listen to this lady sing. She just told you what she is, you know. It's like, you're like, a very high level opera, baritone. But what would you say that your profession is?
Mezzo-soprano, I'm not a baritone.
Mezzo-soprano, it's just, hey, it's the same level of talent. Talent is,
That's right.
You know, she's absolutely unique. This is a diverse show, and I always say sometimes you could be before an opera singer and after a rapper. Sit back and marvel at this lady's amazing talents.
Thank you.
Summertime by Sarah Louise Briggs. Let's go, ladies and gentlemen. There we go.
And the living is easy.
song. That was just absolutely as amazing as I told you it was going to be, everyone. Just fantastic. I'm the least qualified to give reviews here. Let's see what a professional would like to say. Robert, what was your thoughts on that marvelous piece there?
Well, I mean, it's a standard, you know, and it's been done like a billion times, but she really put herself, you know, this is the thing when you do covers, you know, you can either cover it exact or you could add something. So I thought it was a really nice version. I thought the vocals were really, really great. You could definitely hear, as I wrote in the comments, they hear the classical influence, and sometimes that doesn't go, you know, sometimes they don't blend so well together, but bravo, it really was really well done.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. You're welcome.
Well said, Robert. So Sarah, how does anyone contact you? Have you got a website or anything?
Yeah, sure. It's sarahlouisebriggs.co.uk, and the same on YouTube, Sarah Louise Briggs, and Facebook at sarah.l.8@Briggs. Sarah Louise Briggs, you'll find me.
It's quite a unique name. It is good to have a unique name, Steve Andrews. And you're much easier to find. So thank you for being a marvelous guest. Until the next time. Thank you, Sarah.
Thank you. It's been a pleasure. Thank you so much.
Well, thank you, dear. Honestly, until the next time. So from the UK over to Barcelona in Spain. I've lived in Barcelona for 6 months. I love the place. Robert Castelli, introduce yourself. Who are you as an artist, and what's the story behind your song, Vamos?
Well, I'm not from Barcelona. I'm Italian American from New York, but I haven't lived in the States in 20 years. I came here from Vienna. I used to live in Vienna, and that's actually when I became a band leader. I've been a drummer since I was 8 years old. I'm from a family of drummers. My father and my uncle were pros in the union, and I used to carry my dad's gear when I was a kid, and he taught me the basics, but that was it. And then, so I started playing drums when I was 8, and I started playing guitar when I was 12. And when I went to university, I studied composition and stuff like that. So I am a musician who plays the drums. I am a drummer who writes all the music for the band, or 90% of the music for the band. And I don't think there are enough drummers doing that. So as far as the song goes, this was recorded just before the very extreme lockdown, and we were going to go back in and, you know, tweak everything. And then it was like a science fiction movie where you couldn't go outside, and if you did, you had to wear gloves and a mask. So it took me almost a year to finally put it out. And this tune Vamos is just like, let's go. Like, what, you know, everyone waits for everything to be perfect, and that's not what life is. Just do it now. So I put out this music thinking that it wasn't as good as I want it to be, and it got really good reviews. So I'm really happy with that. That's all I can say. And this is a tag. This is the last bit of promotion for this, because I'm doing new music, and I've just uploaded this to all of the, understand the use of it, you know. So yeah.
Hey, without further ado, we're going to try and screen share a Bandcamp song for the first time. I've never done it. I hope there's no problems. But Robert Castelli with his song Vamos, ladies and gentlemen, sit back and enjoy this. It shouldn't be a problem. One love. Hey, it worked. Hey, absolutely brilliant, dude. Robert, fantastic. Robert Castelli.
Thank you.
A good friend of mine, Terry Finch. You're up next, brother. What was your thoughts on Robert's piece there? Well, I'll load up your song, Terry Finch.
Oh, I loved it. It's fantastic. Really slick, like positive, and just made you want to dance and move. Yeah, it was great. It's really lovely.
Thank you. Thanks.
Well
Yeah.
said, Terry.
Rhythm, everyone loves rhythm. So if you could put some rhythm in, you're already halfway home.
Nice, man. So, Robert, you know the drill now. How does anyone find you? Do you have a website or any of these things?
I have the Bandcamp link. The music's out on all the platforms, and it's robertcastelli.com. And you can go and see a bunch of reviews, a bunch of past concerts. I played Ronnie Scott's last September. So I play in Europe a lot, in the UK and Austria, where I used to live, and here in Spain. So if you see me, over in the UK, do come and say hello.
Hey, I will make sure I come and see you if you come to the UK, and I know you're here. Robert Castelli, ladies and gentlemen, thank you. Till the next time. So from Barcelona back over to the UK, it's London this time. His name is Mr. Terry Finch. He's been in the music family for 2 years now. This show's his home. Introduce yourself, Terry, and I don't believe I've even heard this one yet. Who is Terry Finch as an artist, and what's the story behind your song Janteloven? How do you say Janteloven?
Janteloven.
Yeah.
It's a Scandinavian ethos. It's designed to cut out class divisions. So, like, I used to live in Denmark years ago, and everybody was kind of equitable socially and all the rest of it. However, human beings can never get anything right, and it has a kind of like a cultural leveling effect where if you excel at anything, then they kind of throw rocks at you for it. And I'd been in America a little time before that, and they love competition, and I quite like that because it keeps you on your toes, and you have to be top of your game and all the rest of it. But the song's kind of more about I've come across a fair amount of people kind of like taking shots at each other in the industry rather than supporting each other and kind of helping each other. They kind of they snipe you, and perhaps I shouldn't let it get to me, but the best way to deal with stuff is to write about it, I suppose. So that's that.
Hey, Terry, you're absolutely world class. Everything this man does is just great. Sit back and enjoy. If you don't know his music yet, you're gonna love him. Mr. Terry Finch with Janteloven. I don't know how to say that. Sorry, Terry. Enjoy.
They look at you with competition and insecurity. I don't need you to drag me down, we can lift each other up. I'm sick of all the bullshit, man, I've really had enough. It's Janteloven, it's Janteloven, it's Janteloven.
Kerry, that was my first time hearing that. Absolutely brilliant, dude. Just like everything else that you do, man. I don't tell any lies. Huh? Peter, you're the next guest. Peter over in South Africa. What would you like to say to Terry about that wonderful song of his there? Well, load up your song.
Oh, I really enjoyed that, Terry. You started with the one thing I suck at because my right hand is not fantastic, and that's that wonderful finger picking. Brilliantly recorded, by the way. And then the 2/4 comes in, and it turns in like a Bob Dylan-like song, followed with that fantastic slide solo. No, really, really very nice.
Well, thank you, mate. Thank you.
Well said, Peter. Well said. Terry, you know, I love you to bits, man. You're a wonderful, wonderful talent and a great friend to have as well. How does anyone find you? You've got a unique name of your own, right enough. Terry Finch. Best way for anyone to contact you, dude?
Oh, I'm on Bandcamp. I think it's just terryfinch.bandcamp, I think. Yeah, terryfinch.bandcamp.com. And I'm on YouTube. I think it's just Terry Finch Guitarist, and I'm on all the other Spotify stuff as well and all that. Yeah, that's it. That's the main one.
You are the one and only Terry Finch. Just type his name in, you'll find him. Till the next time, thanks, Terry. Wonderful, man. Must be your 10th show now. Proud to be your friend. So from London over to South Africa, Peter Twassong, he is Fourth Sun South. Introduce yourself, Peter. Who are Fourth Sun South, and what's the story behind your song, The Moon?
All right. Fourth Sun South is my band in South Africa. I'm originally from the Netherlands. We are currently 5 piece. The band has grown a bit over the years. Yeah, we play well, let's say rock and roll, a bit of funk, a bit of lots of harmonies. We've got 4 of the 5 people singing in the band. The Moon is one of those songs where the harmonies shine. It's been here on the show before, and I was hoping that today the video would be ready, but now I heard something about color correction, something like that. Well, we'll be patient. We'll be patient. The moon. Yeah, well, the moon is important in your life. The moon affects your love life. It affects your how long you live, what you're going to eat tomorrow. Or maybe not. Maybe the moon is just a ball in the sky, and you yourself are responsible for what happens in your life. We'll see.
Hey, the moon's responsible for the wind and the tides and all sorts of other things. So let's get acquainted with your music if you're not already. The band is amazing, Peter. The Moon by Fourth Sun South. Sit back and enjoy. One love, ladies and gentlemen. One love.
Where have the times gone? And where are we now? Here. As the sun goes down and the dark comes in, I can feel it creeping under my skin.
Four Sun South with the Moon. And when they do videos, they're absolutely world class. I can't wait to see it when it's ready, Peter. Fantastic, dude. Fantastic. Jane Marie, you're the next guest, Jane. So would you like to say something to Peter while I load up your track?
Yes, hi Peter again.
Hi, Jane.
I've obviously heard a bit of your stuff before. So it's great. I love the combination of vocal arrangement with your heavy guitars. It's just quite a unique sound, actually, I think. Really different, but yeah, really great. Love the drums, the guitars, and the vocals. Great, really great. Good production.
Thank you.
Well said. I mean, as I said before, 4 out of the 5 band members sing in the band.
Yeah.
That's amazing. That's brilliant, isn't it? You know, you don't usually get that. So I'd love to see his live, all singing and, you know, doing the moves and all that and left to right and stuff. Yeah. How does anyone find you, dude? Website or anything like that?
Well, the thing that comes most close to a website is Linktree. That's linktr.ee/Fourth Sun South. But we are active on all the social media platforms, Facebook, TikTok even, of course, the streaming sites, YouTube. And Fourth Sun South is quite a unique name, so you should easily be able to find us.
Absolutely. Honestly, look at a big smile as well. Peter's to a song in Fourth Sun South, ladies and gentlemen. Till the next time, he's my co-host tonight. If anything happens to me in the show on my internet, he would take over the show. So thank Peter for more than just being a guest. Coming up next from the UK, Jane Marie, another return to the show. She's another family member here. Honoured to have you back again. Jane Marie, introduce yourself. Who are you as an artist? And what's the story behind your song, What Do You Do?
Yeah, lovely to be back. So I started writing for film and television about 30 years ago now, nearly, and did some instrumental film and television stuff, and then had a family. And then in lockdown, I discovered I could, well, at least I hope I have discovered I can write songs and lyrics. So I've written 11, 12 songs, and this is the 8th, I think I've lost track now, that's been released this year. And I got this lovely young couple to dance it for me. It's quite Latino effect. In fact, I'm a little bit worried, Robert, because of your amazing drumming that I've just heard that you might not be particularly impressed with this program drumming, but yeah, it's a bit of a Latino effect. And I got this lovely couple to dance it for me in the middle of the countryside, just for a bit of a different video. So yeah, enjoy. That's it. Just a happy summer song, this one.
Everybody will absolutely love it. Everything you do is fantastic, Jane Marie. And after Jane Marie, there's only 3 more tracks, ladies and gentlemen. And the last track's a song about ending the war in Ukraine. So I hope you can all stay around to get your opinion on the last song. But Jane Marie with her track, Do What You Do. What do you do? I'm sorry, I got it wrong. Enjoy, ladies and gentlemen. Love.
What do you do now? He is walking out place. What do you do when you thought everything was safe? What do you do when you just cannot be replaced? What do I do now? What do I do now? What do you do when you thought everything was safe? What do I do now? What do I do now? What do you do now? He is walking out the door. Cannot believe it, cannot conceive it. What do you do when he is coming back no more? Is it serious? I'm delirious. What do you do when he is coming back no more? What do you do now?
It's absolutely wonderful. Music and lyrics by Jane Marie, featuring Jessica Maya. I'll let Jane Marie tell you about Jessica Maya. She's precious to Jane. I don't know if she wants to tell you about her yet, but Jane Marie, just absolutely wonderful. I was singing along. I had to show you. I was singing along. I thought unpause my camera to show anybody who's watching. That's a great track. Steve Andrews, you're the next artist. What was your thoughts on Jane Marie's track there, Steve?
I thought it was just top quality all around, fantastic vocals, wonderful production. Loved that there was a little instrumental break in it. All the chorus, the lyrics, everything in it just worked so well. And we've got the visual delight of the couple dancing with this amazing view of, what looks like the English countryside somewhere, and just looked fantastic. So just a top class all round.
Thank you, Steve. Yeah, thank you.
You're welcome.
Absolutely wonderful, honestly. So Jane Marie, what's the best way for anyone to contact you?
Oh, I'm on Instagram and YouTube as Jane Marie's Music, and I have a website called emotionmusic.co.uk, and all my links are on that as well. So either Emotion Music or Jane Marie's Music, you'll find me under.
Honestly, it's fantastic. Thank you again for coming back here, and until the next time, Jane Marie, till the next time. From the UK over to Portugal, Steve is guest 8 of 10, so we're getting through this show. Steve, you want to introduce yourself? The man's been on Britain's Got Talent. He had to run away from Wales because he's too famous to walk down the streets. He's an environmental activist. He's trying to change the world in the good ways. He's a very special man. He won't tell you all this in his introduction. But who is Steve Andrews in your couple of minutes of telling us? And what's the story behind Butterfly in My Beard?
Well, I think you covered quite a bit there, Sparky, but yeah, I'm originally from Wales. My name is Steve Andrews. I'm also known as the Bard of Ely, because I used to live in Ely in Cardiff, not Ely in Cambridge. And I'm over here in Portugal now. The song is about butterflies, but before I'm going to show you my book about butterflies, because I love butterflies. I look after them here. I study butterflies. I've been doing this all my life, and I've written a book, which I'm going to show you, about butterflies. There you are. The magic of butterflies and moths. But also, as you've gathered by now, I'm an author. I also have written this book, Herbs of the Sun, Moon and Planets. And I brought this out with reference to Peter's song, The Moon, because the moon also rules herbs. And I bet you didn't know that. And you're wondering now, well, how can it do that? And I'm going to give you an example. The water lily is a herb of the moon. Why is it a herb of the moon? Because, as Sparky pointed out, the moon controls the tides, which is water. Water lilies grow in water, and the water lily is round. It has a round leaf like a full moon. So there you are. So it's a little bit of information about herbs of the moon. And now back to my song, Butterfly in My Beard. Yep,
Steve, before you continue, I know you sent us the video of you doing it in the live open mic, right? but I want to play the one that's got the better audio quality. So tell them about it, and I'm going to play the one with the better audio quality so they feel it more. But this man gets everyone to do this. It is absolutely brilliant. Steve, continue.
Well, you've just given me a little surprise there, because I thought we were going to be watching me live in Lisbon. We're not, but actually what did happen live in Lisbon, which is why I sent Sparky the video, was, I think it was 2 weeks ago now, I was at the Open Mic Lisbon, and it was amazing, because I'm sure you all know, like, audience participation is really important to performers and to an audience to enjoy what's going on. And as Sparky said, I show people how to make butterflies. This is how you make a butterfly, okay? So I've told them all how you make butterflies. And look, Peter's making a butterfly. And I said, you know, if you can all say yeah as well. So in this, and Sparky making, but so we're doing this song live, and I got everybody in the room is making butterflies. And I'm saying, say yeah. And they're all saying yeah. And it was absolutely like just an amazing performance. So that was a bit about me doing this live in Lisbon, Open Mic Lisbon. Shout out for Open Mic Lisbon. And Sparky, I think, take it away with the version you want to show.
Absolutely no problem whatsoever. You know, he's not just done it in open mics. He's featured this 2 or 3 times in this show already, and everybody does it. You won't be able to help yourself. Look at each other's cameras when we're doing this, right? Because it'll be fun. Butterfly in My Beard by the one and only Steve Andrews. Love you, brother.
I had a butterfly in my beard, oh yeah. I had a butterfly in my beard, oh yeah. I had a butterfly in my beard. It looked pretty strange, it looked pretty weird. I had a butterfly in my beard, oh yeah. They called me the bug man on the news one time. They called me the bug man on the news one time. They called me the bug man on the news. A hissing cockroach on my head got plenty of views. They called me the bug man on the news one time. Say yeah, yeah. Make a butterfly and fly with me. Say yeah, yeah. Make a butterfly and fly with me. Go anywhere and be really free. Make a butterfly and fly with me. Say yeah, say yeah. Yeah.
Just absolutely fantastic, Steve. Just wowzer, honestly, man. Absolutely brilliant. So I don't know if someone had to leave there. I think they did, but it's just because the show takes so long. Absolutely wonderful. I wonder what Mindy, our next guest, would like to say. Have you got anything to say to Steve? How fun is that, Mindy? What's your thoughts there?
Well, I'm an herbalist too, and I'm also controlled by the moon. I have a tattoo of it on my arm, if you can see that. So that was really inspiring, and it's
It's breaking up a little bit, dear.
My and he's helped raise. Oh, I'm having a hard time with the audio here for some reason. I'm sorry.
It's okay, but it's breaking up as it's coming in. But yeah, I mean, Steve, you're an absolute legend, dude. Let's hopefully we can get Mindy through her section here. She's been here the full time. Steve, how does anyone find you? He pings out a bit of paper. It says steveandrews.info on it. And that's how you find him. That's his website. The man's a legend, honestly. He really is. 10 times more than I'll ever be by the time I'm his age. Steve Andrews, our brother from another mother. Until the next time, thank you.
Thank you so much, Sparky. And Mindy, good to see the moons there. You know about the moon and the herbs. So yeah, I'm glad I brought
Mindy
into the conversation.
Mindy, just add Stephen Facebook, and that's where I've got Mindy is through Facebook. So you two should be friends. I totally agree.
Absolutely, yes, please do.
So from Portugal back over to Florida, she's from Maine. Her name's Mindy, and her band's called Captive Frame. Could you introduce yourself? Who are you as an artist, Mindy, and what's the story behind your song? How do you say it? Segreta?
Segreta, it's Italian, but I'll explain that later. Hi, I'm Mindy. I'm personally from Maine, which is in the northeastern United States, New England. I have family ties to Florida, so I've been visiting here for a long time and have an old friend down here, and that's how I ended up here with Captive Frame. But just about myself, I'm a music industry nerd. I managed a small music store in Wells, Maine for over a decade. I taught lessons and played locally from Boston and New York City. I'm an art school nerd and a grad and travel nerd. I studied in Europe. I've been to London, studied in Italy and in France. Been a musician since I was 5 years old and an artist. And currently I'm a graphic artist. I have my own business, MK Studios Graphic Design. You can find me on Facebook. But I currently do graphic design for international artists in the underground industry. I've done some work for labels and stuff, but I'm always busy doing that or Uber Eats or whatever. And I paint and do a lot of different things. But as far as Captive Frame was started by my husband, Joe, and I. We've been together for about 11 years. So we've always been playing music together. We met in the studio, but Captive Frame is the shoegaze kind of alternative side of us. We're metalheads at heart, but this is kind of that. This started as a dream in Maine many years ago, just before the pandemic. And we were living in New Hampshire and decided we wanted to go alternative. We got bored with the metal scene. So Captive Frame is actually from a line in a Susie and the Banshee song, This Unrest. But we moved to Florida almost 3 years ago, and we recorded an album called There's Always Dawn, which you can see here. And we moved to Florida, and the next town over, you can make this up, one of Joe's childhood friends from the north lived there and is a producer. His name is Gaetano Capuano, and he has Circuit Rider Studios in Northport, Florida. But we recorded this album with him there. And then we moved to St. Petersburg and started working with my childhood friend, Richard, of 25 years, that's from Tampa. He's in a band called the Abortion Twins and also the Servants of the Mist and some other things. But we got together with Richard and his bandmate, Eric, and our friend Gamel, and we formed the live version of Captive Frame. And we actually, after 2 months of rehearsal, we just debuted our live show on September 7th, right here in Tampa. And that was fantastic. You can go on our YouTube. It's under the username, the Cactus Tag. You can just search Captive Frame and that's available. So what's beautiful is that the music has been evolving. It's getting heavier and it's letting us be able to work with the doom crowd, the alternative crowd, pop crowd, and it's really fun because it's pushing us as musicians and it's getting us out of the metal world. And I really like it because we're able to go on radio like DKFM and Eardrum Buzz and a lot of different places. So it's opening us up to a lot of new fun things. We'll be on tour soon. So the story behind Segreta is Italian for secret. My last name and my husband are Italian. He's actually Sicilian by blood. So we learned the language together as something fun, and I had studied there previous to meeting him. So it, put my education together. And we actually have written music in Italian that's on our Bandcamp. You can go check that out, captiveframe.bandcamp.com. You can also access that on Facebook, Instagram, all that stuff. But the song itself is about the secrets that you keep, and they turn your heart literally into stone, is the line. And I had some personal family betrayal, which is actually funny because that's how I got into St. Pete. But I wrote this song to remind myself not to be like those people. And but like I was saying, the live version of this is very different and it's much heavier. You can check that out on YouTube. The songs are evolving, but again, that's art. And we're going to be re-recording everything this winter with the new band lineup. We have Bob Noxious from the band Pigpen, who's going to be doing that for us. And I just, before I close with this, I just want to thank you for having me on here. I don't feel worthy, like hearing all the careers of these amazing people. I'm definitely a huge analog nerd, like our friend Joe in Boston there. Like I still record stuff on tape and collect tube amps. And it's just, thank you to all our different artists on here. This is just really, really cool. And I really appreciate being a part of this community.
It's been a pleasure to host you, and I would love to reach out to you and talk to you about if you could help the graphic design side of this podcast, because I don't even edit the shows. They go live and we leave them. There's a great job for somebody to make this show a beautiful thing, and I want to talk about
absolutely.
that.
Yes,
music
sir.
aside,
Yes, sir.
But Captive Frame, I've got friends. I do a 10-10 heavy metal show, and Guillermo will love you. But sit back and enjoy this track. The second last of the evening, second last, Captive Frame with Segreta, secret in Italian. Learning something new every day. Let's go, ladies and gentlemen. You can enjoy this. One love. Absolutely wunderbar, as they would say in Germany, you know. Fantastic. Just brilliant. Our next guest, Dawn, and our final guest, Dawn and Kathy. What was your thoughts on that track there? Well, I looked up your song, and then this is the final song of the evening, and it's for a special cause, the next one. Dawn and Kathy, what was your thoughts there, guys?
I thought it was great. You know, it's going on with the new style of music that's around, and it's happening all over Florida, as far as I can tell. Very good, Mindy. Now, I was wondering what kind of amplifiers and guitars those guys were using.
Well, we on that particular recording, that is plugins from Ableton, but our actual rigs are all like analog Sun amps with Fender Jaguars, Jazzmasters, Strats, Telecasters. I mean, we're serious audiophiles, so like we have owned like Marshall JMPs and that sort of thing. So, I mean, right now we'd like to rock like the PV stuff. And a big secret we do is play guitar rigs through bass rigs. And that really deepens the sound. But actually, I just wanted to say something about the Florida thing you were saying. This is actually a revival of the 90s.
Yeah.
We're all like 80s kids that are doing our 90s grunge music again. So it's like interesting because it's mixing with the indie rock, and that's kind of the St. Pete, Tampa sound. And we're kind of going towards Orlando. But if you're interested in that music, like this is a really alive place for that. Like it's amazing.
Yeah. Awesome. Very cool. Very good.
Thank you.
Mindy, what's the best way for us to contact you? And then we get to the final section of the evening, which is just for a special cause. What do you say this? Mindy, how do we find you, anyone?
You can find us, just Google Captive Frame. We'll come up on Facebook, Bandcamp, Instagram. We're on literally everything: YouTube, Amazon, Spotify, Apple. Just Google us, you'll find us.
Mindy, thanks for being a marvelous guest. Captain Steve, until the next time, you know, let's talk about helping each other, which we did. We spoke about this before the show today.
Yep,
so
you know how to get a hold of me. Thank you again.
Yeah, I'll speak to you soon. Cheers.
Cheers.
Bye, Mindy. So from Florida, he's from Maine in Florida, all the way over to Florida. I was trying to be funny there and I messed it up. Dawn and Kathy McCormick, could you introduce yourselves? Who are Jupiter's NV, and what's the story behind the song Ukraine Strong?
Well, we years ago we met in Massachusetts. I had an all original band and I was looking for a female vocalist, and then we met and we played a bunch of gigs and stuff, and then we ended up getting married and having children, and kind of
39 years
and kind of not giving the music up, but putting it aside for family. Now we're back.
No, I put it aside. He didn't.
I kind of dabbled in it the whole time, you know, bands in and out, played for the weekends and stuff. But now we are writing. I write all the music, arrange it, help produce it. Kathy writes all the lyrics, and this particular song, I have a friend that lives in the Ukraine. Some of the video from it is from his actual camera. Some is from the news stations. And you'll hear his voice at the beginning of the video. He had called me. When you'll hear what he says is pretty sad and disturbing to myself. And I'm sure it might be.
We were just sitting here wondering what we could do to help.
To help the people of the Ukraine.
You know, there's really nothing being here that we can do, but we can do certain things. And this is why this song came about.
Hey, it's absolutely wonderful. Do you know, at the end of every show, I ask everyone to throw their V's in the air because we all want world peace. And this song is just special to me. Jupiter's Envy with Ukraine Strong. Sit back and enjoy this, ladies and gentlemen. Absolutely wonderful. Thanks for writing this. Cheers.
So it's 27 minutes after a new day started here, and now it's Independence Day. And right after the new day started, we've had 7 rocket strikes in my city. It was really loud explosions. So yeah, Russians, send us congratulations this way.
Absolutely beautiful. Absolutely beautiful.
Thank you.
I just got a
Thank
message.
you.
I just got a message from Sarah saying that there she's back. Her battery died on her phone there. She's panicking because she thinks we've been rude there. Brittany, you were first and you've not had a chance to say anything to anybody all night. And at the last guest, I like to give everybody a chance to give a review anyway, because it's usually a special. So, Brittany, we'll go ladies first. Brittany, then Jane, then Mindy. What was your thoughts on that wonderful track? And welcome back, Sarah.
Absolutely incredible. My goodness, I had to go off camera because I am a crier.
I do the same thing all the time.
My goodness, it was just so moving from the very start of it. Just, you know, we don't get to see firsthand what goes on over there. We just see what the media tells us. And, you know, just being in that position, I'm going to cry again. But wow, just incredibly powerful words, and your vocals are just amazing.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Brittany. We do appreciate it.
That couple that's in the video, they refused to let Russia win. They had already planned this wedding, and the building that you saw them dancing in was only one room that was left standing after the bombing. But they refused to let them win, so they decided they're going to do the wedding anyways. And if you saw the building, it was afterwards, they were standing outside.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's pretty amazing.
So
Love will rule over hate any day.
Yep.
Hey, we are all one in this world. We're all brought up to try and divide and conquer everyone. We're all the same. And, you know, let's hear what all the rest of the ladies have got to say first. Let's go Mindy, no, Jane, Mindy, then Sarah.
I loved it. The visuals were really moving. And I also felt a bit of John Lennon's Imagine in there, in your verse.
Oh, thank you.
Really feel that.
Thank you.
That, yeah, you know what I mean, that vibe.
Yeah, thanks.
So yeah, really great, very moving. Yeah, you it did its job very well.
Thanks. That was for.
Thank you.
Well said, Jane. Well said. Mindy, what was your thoughts on that? Have you got any opinions on that wonderful track there?
I just thought that was like really moving and just really powerful. I loved just there's such like solidarity but sadness music, and I think that's what makes music wonderful and art, is the ability to show several layers of emotion all at once. So well done.
Thank you, Mindy.
Well said, Mindy. Well said. Sarah, I know your battery died in your phone there and you get back in. If you heard any of it, what was your thoughts? Yeah, what's your thoughts here, dear?
Yeah, I heard the beginning of it, and then about a minute in, I had a technical glitch. But what I heard was so moving, so beautifully written, and I think the rest of the world needs to listen to that and to see that video. Yeah.
Well,
we've been trying.
If you go to the video,
it's on YouTube now.
There's a link for a foundation that are actually the people in Ukraine that help the kids and the families. They don't help anything, you know, militarily, just to make sure that the kids and the families
like
are fine.
A grassroots kind of thing, you know, so they needed some, you know, some help. So we're trying to boost and help them out and try to help everybody.
And like,
there.
if anything is ever earned on this song,
it goes
straight to
all
them.
proceeds will go directly to that.
We get nothing.
You guys are thousands of miles away, and yet you're trying to make a difference. See, if everyone was like you guys, we would have world peace. It wouldn't be a bad place. Dawn and Kathy is a brilliant. That's the ladies said something now. Let's go, Robert, Peter, and my main man, Greenbeard. Robert, what was your thoughts there, dude?
Oh, I liked it. It reminded me of a really good protest song. As I wrote in the chat, it's what music is supposed to do. Like, you send a message, in this case, you know, what's going on. And, you know, also, Sparky, you had said, you know, yeah, music is the thing that brings people together. And if I say, because I've lived in 2 non-English speaking countries, and I say in my stage banter, I say I feel privileged to be a musician because we speak a language that not everyone speaks, universal, but everyone understands.
Right.
So you are reaching, like, crossing any age, genre, country, and with and because it's got balls, you know, it's like,
Thanks.
so I really bravo, and get it out there, and you know,
We're trying.
We're trying.
because the your heart is in the right places. It was the whole thing. It's beautiful. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you, Robert.
Thank you.
Thank you, Robert.
Thanks.
I'm looking for a drummer, Robert.
My brother's in Florida, so maybe I'll come down and check you out.
There you go. Good.
Good. Let's hook up.
My brother
Absolutely.
and my nephew.
Well said. Nice one, dude. Peter, then Steve. Peter in South Africa. What was your thoughts there, brother?
Guys, this is so powerful. And the images support the message so well. And of course, I enjoyed it's rock and roll. So
There you go, brother.
I like that. But no, absolutely wonderful. When everything falls in the right place and comes together in one song, then you've done something right. And this was the case here.
Thank you.
Thank you, Peter.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
I mean, we deal in all different types of genre. We don't just play rock and roll. We do the blues. We do, you know, everything.
Like a rockabilly, blues, classic rock
It's not
kind
just
of
one
thing. And,
venue, you know.
And I'm trying to throw in a little modern style to it too, a little bit there, you know. So,
And he had written
we're
the
having
words.
fun.
Well, he had written the music a couple of years ago, and I could never find the right words for that rhythm, for that song, because when I do it, I don't think about what I'm writing. I listen to the music, and then whatever comes in my mind, it might just be a word, and I go from there. And that's what happened with this song. When he got off the phone with our friend, it was over. The song was written, you know. That if you can't feel what these people are feeling just by hearing their voices and watching and seeing, something's wrong, you know. And that's why it's written the way it is.
Honestly, God bless the two of you. Yeah, let's see what the
Thanks.
best talker in the whole music family's got to say about it, Mr. Steve Andrews. And then this has been my most enjoyable show I've ever had, honestly, so far. Steve.
Sparky, you said something about me there, you know, before I got to say it about myself, because I was about to say, you know, I got a lot that I can talk about, and I can. And what I really wanted to say about this was a few things. The one I said in the chat, I said it's very powerful. It's a very powerful message. And the other thing that I think, I'm not sure if I said in the chat, but I'm saying it now, is that I actually know somebody. I know a young lady that's in a band, and she lives in Ukraine. And I asked her, like on Instagram, like what it was actually like. And she told me like how terrible it is, that she can hear rockets going over. She's seen like buildings damaged, you know, in the part she lives in. And she was saying not just about the people, it also has a terrible effect on the animals there. So the dogs and the cats, and she was talking about feeding the cats there, which is something like I can relate to, because I feed cats here, but not because of war, you know. And if you can put yourself in those picture, you know, and like, I think this is important with so many things, like, you know, if you can kind of empathize with what is actually going on with the people, and not just the people, with the animals, you know. And I think that something that I often say to people is that the problems we got are worldwide problems. Yeah. And Sparky just said, you know, like you two are reaching out from where you are in Florida to do something about the Ukraine, Russia, you know, a long way away. But I think that places are not a long way away. Because we've got the internet, we can be, as we're doing now, we're talking to people all around the world. And the problems all around the world are always the same ones. Like I have a song about plastic pollution. We have plastic pollution all around the world. The war affects everybody all around the world. Whatever war it still is affecting people all around the world. Now, I'm in a Rotary Club from Australia, even though I'm in Portugal. And the reason is that they found me with my song about plastic pollution. They wanted to feature me in their magazine. I didn't know much about Rotary, but I got to find out about it quite quick because they invited me on, you know, their online meeting. This is in the lockdown. And that led to me actually joining Rotary. But what I was saying to them, and what I've said since in Rotary meetings and things, is that what I've just said to you guys is that the plastic pollution is a problem worldwide. It shouldn't matter whether I'm in Portugal and you guys are in Australia. I'm as happy to join an Australian club as I would be to join one in Portugal. It doesn't matter where I am. It's the same problem. And the war is exactly the same. The war is the world problem. So it's for all feeling humans worldwide, should be thinking and doing what they can to deal with these problems.
Yeah.
And the sad thing is, it came over to me like when I was watching that, and I've often thought this, so it's nothing new, but I'm just looking at it, and I was listening to that little speech at the beginning, and I'm thinking how sad it is and how pointless and what a terrible waste it is that there are all those people living in the city, trying to live their normal lives, trying to do their normal things, maybe going to work, maybe like having fun with their family, maybe doing the garden, maybe looking after the cats, something that I've just been talking about. All this, and it's all ruined for the sake of the war makers who basically make money out of it all. And that's about, and how sad is that, So
Very sad.
And I got one more thing that I wanted to say. I said that I forgot to talk about Sparky. I mean, basically, you give me the microphone.
Yeah, just go.
I can talk for hours, but seriously, this is important. I am actually in an international organization doing a concert worldwide online called Wake Up, Rise Up, Live for Peace. Okay. And I've got a song of mine on one of the stages for that. And the main people running this are, I think, in New York. But what I'm thinking is you got an ideal song to be featured somewhere on one of the stages for Wake Up, Rise Up, Live for Peace. I don't know if it's too late because it's all kind of organized, what song's going on where and whatever. But I think if nothing else, you should get in touch with them. And,
Thank you.
So I'll send you the detail. In fact, well, actually, if you look on my Facebook wall right now, there's a post from a lady called Carmen Bryant. Okay, she's one of the organizers. I'm actually on her children's stage, and there's a reason for that. Like Sparky and some of the others here, Peter and that. Now I got a song, "Climb Through a Rainbow." And so this year I'm having my Climb Through the Rainbow song, which is a happy song, go out on the children's stage. But I've had like a song for peace before, which again, Peter and Sparky and people know. But, I was just thinking it then. I was thinking, yeah, this is a song that should be getting some publicity through Wake Up, Rise Up, Live for Peace. So I'll put you in touch. And I'll
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Now. So, okay.
Thank you.
I'll shut up now. That's So,
absolutely.
Steve, you have something to say about this? Yeah, I have. I got a lot, but that's enough.
Steve Andrews, this is your show. He's my co-host. He comes 3 or 4 times a week onto the shows. Love you to bits. Dawn and Kathy, I told you the last slot would be the best one to have. With more people having something to say. So, how does anyone find you? What's your website or your social medias or any of these things?
It's under Jupiter's NV, nv.com.
All streaming platforms we are on, Spotify, iTunes, YouTube, it all out there.
This is just one of many songs.
This is one of we have 5 videos out there right now on YouTube, and we're trying to. This is one of the songs, this is one of our most recent works, and we would like to get this out there to help the people of Ukraine. That's our main goal for this.
Absolutely. I mean, it's a very special cause. You saw what it meant to everyone there. Everyone said something for their heart to you guys, and
that's wonderful. Thank you.
Let's all get it out there. And I look forward to it.
We love it. But to have somebody else appreciate it that does music is absolutely amazing to us.
We're glad to be with this community on such wonderful musicians and artists. This is wonderful.
Thanks, guys. I really appreciate it.
The first of many appearances. Let's get you on and find out why you wrote all your songs, past, present, and future. That's what Jane's finding out, Steve and Peter. And Brittany's just joined today, and it's her debut as well, So come and let the world. Hey, I'm not saying I'm the world, but I'm featuring this, and I will personally routinely share the shows. Never mind if the artists want to do it themselves. If you're in shows, you say, hey, I'm going to share that once a month. Keep your songs alive, ladies and gentlemen.
Yep.
I'll go out my way to write these articles, Facebook posts, Instagram posts, YouTube posts, but I'm not a promoter. I hate the word. I'm making content in a new inventive way to never get so your songs can never go old. You know, that's my goal. But ladies and gentlemen, thanks for a wonderful show. Everybody, I'm going to bring up the names here.
Thank you.
Terry
Thank you,
Finch,
everybody. It was
Thank
wonderful
you.
meeting you all.
Mindy, Four Sunside,
See you
Brittany,
soon.
Nichole, Joe Viglione, Jane Marie, Steve Andrews, Robert Castelli, Sarah Lowe Briggs, Jupiter's Envy. It's been a pleasure on me. I'll stop the Facebook Live now, which doesn't matter, but I like to stop the main show. I've got over 1,000 people putting their peace signs in the air, and then that end the show. World peace, ladies and gentlemen.